So we just finished the season of APB, and here are my thoughts. Welcome to the heart of the stories we tell. My name is Rob, and tonight I will be reviewing Season 1 of APB. Now, I didn't do individual episode reviews for all of them, although I did for some. All in all, I really liked this show. I think it's got an imaginative premise, and a pretty cool idea of where it's going. It's one part RoboCop and one part Iron Man, mixed in with a pretty decent procedural. All in all, I have almost nothing but good things to say about this show. In fact, one of my friends specializes in internet security and all sorts of software and hardware things, and he constantly is amazed at how accurate they are. And for a TV show, that's saying a lot. But let's get into this. So once again, it's stop. Spoiler time. Ba-da-na-na. So since this is a show I'm covering an entire season of at once, there's a lot to unpack. Let's get started with where we always do, the elements of fiction. The setting is modern-day Chicago, filled with crime. It's the 13th district, good old lucky number 13, a rundown neighborhood that's seen better days. It's got elements of realism even if it itself isn't realistic. But okay, that was simple, on to the next. Characters, there are quite a few, but the two main ones are the police detective and the billionaire. The billionaire lost a friend and as such wanted to help people and catch the criminals. A rather noble act, a la Tony Stark Iron Man. The cop is a no-nonsense, down-on-her-luck police detective named Murphy. Both of them come with supporting cast members, other cops in the precinct, the hacker that Gideon, the millionaire, helped raise up after she got in trouble, the captain that looks on at all of this stuff and doesn't really understand most of it. It's all a pretty by-the-book procedural, to be honest. Most of the officers and characters are pretty stock characters. We have a former Special Forces military officer who's got a little bit of PTSD and is a little too serious. We have a police officer who's just nice and calm and trying to do no-nonsense stuff. We have a captain who doesn't really understand all this newfangled stuff and likes to just keep things simple. And of course we have a police officer who travels by the gut, and a billionaire philanthropist genius who wants to make the world a better place with his inventions. Other than some good acting, nothing stands out from the characters. So let's move on. The plot is linear, and that's the easy part. The actual plot of the show, though, the actual theme, the actual bits we're working with, is the fact that we're trying to upgrade the police force. Now, like I said, everyone wants to do the right thing. Everyone wants to be the good guy in this. But it's kind of funny because you could easily write the exact opposite. Most authoritative series would write Gideon as the villain and the hacker from the end of the season as the hero of the story, overthrowing the man. Can I say the man? I don't know, is that sexist? But I made this big deal on Doctor Who this week about the theme of the series being that the technology works against you. In this, the whole plot is driven by the advent of technology and improving things in new ways. The point of view is difficult. I don't know exactly whose point of view we really follow. I guess I'm going to go with Gideon, but it could have been Murphy as well. And theme and symbolism. Like I said, we have the improvement of people by technology, but we also have the who can you trust, and how far can you go. And then there's my personal favorite about breaking rules, because one of the themes all season is Gideon goes rogue and tries to do something that is against the rules, and almost always it backfires. There's no Captain Kirk syndrome here. It's not the rebel that wins the day. It's the people that follow the rules, and the rules are there for a reason. So all in all, what do I think is the good in this? Well, the good is the realism. The fact of the matter is that for procedurals, they had a pretty good job of showing the bureaucracy, and at the same time keeping the action up. Their computer technology, at least as far as my friends that know more about it than I do, seem to all be on point. And overall, this is just a good show full of good actors and good storylines. And then we have the bad. And you know what? There's not that much bad going on here. I wasn't exactly thrilled with the mayor being a villain antagonist for most of the series. I did think that there were some good twists at the end on that, but in reality, I think that we need a little more, a little more, hey, the good guys are all working together type of thing. I also didn't like that they didn't explain why it is Gideon can't just outfit everyone with these. And I had a flashback to Batman Begins for that. Most soldiers' lives aren't worth blah 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 $1,000,000. But all in all, I really like this. In fact, I'm going to just skip the ugly, because the only thing I can think about that's ugly about this series is the fact that it was so short, because I wanted more. What about the rest of you? Have you guys seen APB? And if so, why don't you leave your comments down below, and maybe we'll come back and dissect it a little more during the break. In the meantime, if you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, share this video with your friends, and of course subscribe, so that you can help me build the community as we walk through the heart of the stories we tell. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.